Okay, so y'all know of all the craze that was going on behind the first trailer for this movie. Will Smith as a blue genie. They all thought it was gonna be the worst part of the movie. Oh boy, they are faced with much worse than that. I give you my Aladdin 2019 reimagining of the 1992 Aladdin. So first off, the film follows, obviously. I can't even remember some of the plot, because all of you know the plot if you've seen Aladdin, which you definitely should. If you've seen Aladdin, you already know the plot. There's a street thief Aladdin who meets Princess Jasmine, who then gets captured and goes to a place and finds a genie and tries to get the princess and fights evil Jafar. Okay, we have a remake. Lord. Now, let's talk about let's talk about Will Smith. Will Smith as the genie. It's by far my favorite part of the movie. That is not a joke. That is literally my favorite part of the film. It's quite a bit of other people's favorite part of the movie. It was probably my biggest complaint going in and concern. And honestly, he is really good. Mostly. I mean, the CGI can kind of suck a lot in some scenes. But like when he's a person, it can be funny. Not all the jokes land. Some of them kind of fell flat a lot, but he's pretty funny. And he's very charismatic. And he's super entertaining. Sad thing is, when he was not on screen, I find the film boring. Now let's get into the negatives, that's legit my only really big positive for the film. Yes, the film looks good. There's some cool shots, like people in the desert. There's a decent, cool tracking shot in the beginning. But other than that, it's a rehash. It's pretty much a rehash. Now let's talk about the original. Okay. Now the original is a fantastic anime movie. Now keep in mind that movie is 92 minutes. That's an hour and 32 minutes. Sorry. That's an hour and 32 minutes of an anime movie. It's tight, it's compacted. After it's over, you feel like, yeah, I like that a lot. And you feel like you don't. And this film, it's 2 hours and 8 minutes. That's over half an hour. This thing gets stretched with new stuff a lot. And yes, I can respect it for doing some new stuff, but all of it's pretty uninteresting to me. And let's talk about, now I wish I could spoil something, but I can't. I'm gonna keep the spoiler free. Every single time I think of like, oh, that's a cool little thing. Oh yeah, this thing is still getting like something. Alright, there's an opening scene that sets up what's going to happen and what the whole film's going to be like and what it's going to be like told through. And I keep on thinking to the opening scene, I'm like, oh yeah, God, now this is still being underscored. Oh, I have a spoiler review, why not? So yeah. But let's talk about, say the opening 40 minutes. The opening 40 minutes, there's nothing to do with the genie. At all. Nothing to do with the genie. It takes like 30 minutes to get to the genie in the first one, or like 25 minutes. And it's still entertaining from then. In the original, here it stretched out to like 40 minutes of nothing but Aladdin trying to get the girl, failing, getting captured, and it stretched out with a lot of talky stuff that I just find boring. And when the genie finally comes on screen, I'll be honest. When the genie comes on screen and then there's a musical cue. At the end of the musical cue, I was enjoying the film quite a bit. Because Will Smith is very charismatic as an actor and very charismatic as the genie. So that's good. But again, like after his musical cue is done, it just goes down to more like talky stuff. And it's just boring. And yeah, I wish I could talk about the music, but I can't really say it's a compliment. Because it's just retaking something that was fantastic from an original movie. That was Aladdin from 1992. Here it's 2019 and they're just doing the same beat. Yes, there's a little bit of new stuff into, say, You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me. That's my favorite song from Aladdin. It's very catchy, very styling, and I like it. I really like the song. They add a little bit of like beat and like a little bit like hip hop to it, and when it kicks in, I just have to like cringe because of how weird it feels. And I just don't really like how they sneaked in a little bit of beat and hip hop to it. It's like, why are you sneaking that into a song that's already great, to me at least? Let's talk about the acting. The acting in this movie is something to behold. Oh my god, here we go. Let's talk about the genie. The genie, he's fine. Will Smith's good as the genie, very charismatic, as I talked about later. Princess Jasmine, she's probably the best in the entire film. She's feeling like she's giving something to the film, and adding a bit something new, I guess. Aladdin in the movie. Aladdin, some characters only work in animated. Cause like, I love the character of Aladdin in the original. He's a fun, street guy, and the first one has like a great message of how don't be something that you're not. Stop thinking about, don't think that you're something and act like something that you aren't. This movie doesn't really have a story to it. The story of like the original is only used in like a couple of scenes, and then it's just gone away. So yeah, Aladdin, not really. I'm sure the actor's fine and stuff. Some of the actors are giving it all for what Guy Ritchie gives them, which is probably not much. But it's just like, okay, Aladdin, I just don't really, in ways of how his character acts in the film, I find him way too corny, cheesy, and just cringeworthy that I just don't really get behind him. I'm sure he's a fine actor, it's just, I don't get behind him in the film. Now let's talk about the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen in a live action Disney remake. Let's talk about Jafar. Oh god, Jafar. Where do I start? Jafar is, out of the films that I've seen this year, he's the worst villain in a Disney movie that I've seen in a while. Let's take it back to the Jafar in 1992 film. He's a great villain in the 1992 film. His voice acting, his voice is menacing. You feel chills when he says something, and it's cool. Here, he acts like a terrible Power Ranger villain. He looks like a terrible Power Ranger villain, and he's just that guy, like, he's like so poorly written. And he acts like, no, second place is not enough, and I'm gonna banish you. And his lines are just so over the top and weird and cheesy that it just makes me want to laugh of how bad it can be. Now I'm sure the actor may be fine. I don't know. He's probably a fine actor. It's just his line delivery and the way he looks and the way... There's some CGI added to the character at the end of the film of Jafar. And let's not talk about it. Okay, we're done with this review. So yeah, by far the best thing about this movie is the genie. I really like him in the movie. He's so charismatic that I would give this movie like a D+. But overall, that's just my opinion. This is probably my least favorite film I've seen this year. Not saying it's a terrible movie. Wait, actually, let's talk about one more thing before I wrap up. Let's talk about one more thing. Alright. One more thing. There's a song that Princess Jasmine sings, okay? There's a song that she sings. And it's so dumb and weird of how it's like, how it's shot. Let's talk about how it's shot before we go. This movie looks so clean. It looks so perfect that it just doesn't really feel real. I mean, it's probably a good, I mean, that might be a positive, but there's not like dust flying off the characters until like they're actually like rolling around in like sand and stuff. It's so weird. And the way that the song that Princess Jasmine sings is so weird of how it's like given, and then it's so weird of how it's like shot, of how the camera moves around her, and there's like no characters around her, and it's just weird of how, why would you start singing at that moment? It's weird, but yeah. Overall, this movie's not for me. It's not for me. It's not that good of a film to me. I liked Dumbo quite a bit more, even though I thought that film was okay. This movie I can only call okay. It's okay as okay gets to me because of how much I enjoyed the genie and Will Smith in the film. And the shots. Some shots are cool, so yeah. I'm gonna give Aladdin a C minus. I'm sorry, but it's just a C minus. Maybe my grade will go up, but yeah, this has been enough of a review. I'll do a spoiler review, but yeah. Sure, come like and subscribe, and I will see you later.